Hey everyone, I wanted to make this video for two reasons. Firstly, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone for their amazing support and encouragement around the Red Star FC competition. For those who haven't seen, I entered a competition to design the Red Star FC 125th anniversary shirt. And I've wanted to design kits for a long time, surprise, surprise. But this year I've actually entered a couple of competitions. And yeah, I made it to the top five, the final five stage. So thank you. It's been honestly one of the best things that's ever happened to me, certainly in my career. And it's really been made by all of you guys. Just the support, again, the encouragement, the comments, the critiques. I think, for me, it's just been exciting just to get to this stage, and whatever happens. This has been an amazing experience. Of course, given that it is the final stage, the standard of designs that I'm up against is really high, and I'd have no shame missing out to any of the other four. But yeah, thank you for everyone who's voted already. Thank you for everyone who's liked or shared the post I put out. And also, I didn't just want to say thank you. I wanted to share a bit about the design, maybe for those who haven't seen some of the background behind it, which I shared a few weeks ago. Maybe you're on the fence, you're not sure who to vote for. This might convince you, or if nothing else, you might find it interesting. So I thought I'd talk through some of the inspiration behind the shirt, some of the little stories and the little nods that are there. You guys know me, you know that I really obsess over these details on actual releases. So yeah, I tried to put a little bit of that into my design. And really, we have to start with the stripes. I knew I wanted to bring through stripes for this design. Of course, Red Star have had stripes for much of their history. It's a key part of their identity. And for me, given that it's an anniversary shirt, I really wanted to bring that through. So you can see here there's stripes on the front and the back and the sleeves, stripes everywhere. But a nice little nod here can be found in the number of stripes on the body. You'll see there's 5 on the front of the shirt. And this is a nod to the club's 5 Coupe de France titles. The 5 cups they've won as a club, which is a huge achievement. And there's a nice little nod there in the number of stripes. But I knew I wanted to go further. I didn't just want to have a green and white striped shirt, as lovely as that would have been. I wanted to add a bit more character, a bit more story to the look. So I journeyed back to the 1890s, and I did a load of research around what Paris was like in the 1890s. And one of the big things that really jumped out to me was the Art Nouveau movement, a significant moment in time when it comes to arts and culture. And in 1890s Paris, the architecture, the posters that are around the city, they all reflected a really interesting change in design and aesthetic. One particular poster really jumped out to me as I was doing my research, and I was just obsessed with this poster, the colours, the look of it. And I actually had the idea to bring some of those colours out and incorporate them into the shirt. So you can see framing the green stripes, are these different shades of blues and greens, and these, again, taken straight from the poster, added a little bit to the design, I thought, and I really liked how it looked. I'm always quite interested in these striped shirts which have kind of pinstripes framing them. To me, it's a very kind of Brazilian look. I look to a lot of Brazilian clubs that do this and enjoy their shirts most years. But yeah, incorporating those colours was really fun. It made for an interesting colour palette, I think, certainly not a typical colour palette that you would see. And of course, given that the club was founded in 1897, I thought it made a lot of sense to jump back to that era. Incidentally, just quickly jumping back to the poster, that poster was from 1897. It's a very small thing, but I like that connection. That poster was made the same year as the club was formed. But it wasn't just the colours, I also really liked some of the motifs and patterns that were in this poster, and indeed other features of Paris in the late 19th century. So there was a kind of leaf motif, which I lifted again and incorporated, tweaked a little bit, but used in the shirt. So within the off-white portion of the shirt, you'll see that leaf motif in a sort of subliminal style. And that same pattern, that same look is also shown on the cuffs and the collar. I can really imagine these patterns on the body and the cuffs, etc., working well as a sort of embossed pattern. And also, I shouldn't forget, within the green stripes of the shirt as well, there's a sort of brushstroke aesthetic. Again, another kind of artistic nod, but I really wanted the shirt to have that sort of very unusual combination which makes you stop and look twice, and really this idea of art and culture and the city of Paris coming through in a big way. In terms of some of the little technical details, I went with red Kappa logos to match the crest very closely, and I actually decided to outline both the crest and indeed the Kappa logos in the same off-white shade of the body of the shirt, just to help them really stand out on the striped base of the shirt. And actually, I shouldn't forget, there's a nice little nod on the inside neck as well, a version of the old Red Star crest, which was a red star. I quite like the charm of that. I actually played with having that on the front of the shirt. In the end, I chose to go with the current version of the crest. But yeah, that's the shirt in a nutshell. That's some of the stories behind it. I had so much fun looking at pictures and researching 1890s Paris, and I think for me it really took me back to one of the things I love about shirts, which are all those things that underpin a design. A shirt is so much more than just what you see on the surface, and even some of the plainer shirts in the world, in the football shirt world, can have a lot of significance. Something like a colour can evoke a moment or a place or whatever it may be. But yeah, that's my design, guys, and as I say, hopefully this has been interesting to you. If you are on the fence, maybe you've not voted yet, maybe this has convinced you, but if it hasn't, no worries at all. I would really encourage you to go on the page. I will link the page, the competition page below. Please do go there and vote for your favourite, and do vote for the other ones if you prefer them. You know, this is very much an open competition. We'll see who wins. All the best to my fellow finalists. If you're watching, great job. All the designs have something about them, and honestly, if it was me, I would really struggle to choose. I really like my design, of course, but actually some of the others I think are very strong. But that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and you can also support me further on Patreon. Check out the description, there's a link there for more information. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for another video.